Crazy busy. We were so busy that we couldn't do the title. It's myOrganized.life, April 30th, 2018. Whoa.
Yes.
What happens when you are on live TV?
Things go bonkers.
Oh, yes.
That's okay.
It's the last day of April, though.
I can't believe it.
I can't either, especially I was up north, 18 inches of ice still on the lake. We're supposed to put the boat in, and what's going on?
I don't know. It's supposed to be 80 today, but I'm yet to see that outside.
I'm starting to wonder about this whole global warming thing, but we won't get into any political debates here because this is Minnesota, and Minnesota is exempt from all that stuff.
Yeah. It's my brother and sister-in-law's wedding anniversary today.
Yeah. How many years?
7 or 8. I can't remember.
Wow.
8, I believe.
What's their name? Shout out. Hashtag.
Jeff and Ashley. Happy anniversary,
yes.
Jeff and Ashley.
All right. Jeff and Ashley. I mean, the whole Thompson and Wright family is going to be chatting because they're about half our audience, aren't they?
Oh, of course, yes.
That's great.
My mom might be watching. Hi, Mom, if you are.
Hi, Mom. My mom is not watching, but we won't go there. Anyway, welcome to myOrganized.life Live. It is Monday, April 30th. Wow, it's really hard to even say. But,
it is. I can't believe it.
I'm John Hunt.
And I'm Leanne Thompson.
And this is the show where we give you organizing tips, advice, and generally talk about our family's anniversaries and what we did this weekend. But actually today we have to talk about what you did on Friday.
Well, I know it was so fun.
Because there actually might be someone still watching who was there on Friday.
Right. I was at the Naple Retreat down in St. Charles, Illinois.
Yes.
Right outside Chicago.
Ooh.
About an hour outside. It was really fun.
I bet it was.
Scott and I went, or Scott from here went, and we had this table set up, had some products. I can't tell you how many of you organizers came to visit.
We love you. And actually, if you'd like to have a little behind the scenes of that last Friday's live show, you did the call and it actually worked.
It did
You're carrying around a laptop computer.
And I was carrying it like a pizza box. Like,
this is like a high-tech production. Here we are on
I've got
remote.
the headphones on. I look like I'm, gonna start flying an airplane or something.
I
but
know.
It was so much fun.
You saw all our favorites.
All of our favorites.
And even
were
some
there,
who aren't our favorites.
Yep, exactly. Met some new people.
Yeah, great.
New people who wanted to do podcasts with you.
Yeah.
And as excited as people were to see me, they were also wondering where you were.
Well, but they could catch me live every day right here on Facebook, no matter where they are. You know, if I had to go there, it might have been difficult being on Facebook, although you were on it, so that's a bad excuse.
Anyway, they missed you. They always
You tell them I just don't like crowds, right?
That's what I say. I
said,
okay,
all right.
And then they say, well, he does the show every day and the podcast. And I said, well, yeah, he's talking to a camera, not a group of 4 or 40
I mean, it's
people.
even really uncomfortable having another person, you know?
Yeah.
You know, we're just trying to build her career, get her to be one of those Instagram influencers and, big contracts.
Sure.
I'm still trying to get the Starbucks contract for.
I know. We need that mug still.
Yeah,
still need the mug.
I know. Okay.
Anyway, so that was a lot of fun, and met some new people, got some great feedback on our products.
Good.
And next year, hopefully we'll get to go again.
Awesome. Now, did you happen to see our friend Lisa Montanaro?
No, I don't think Lisa was there. If she was, I did not see her, but I have a feeling she wasn't there.
Do you think she was possibly crazy busy?
She could have been.
I doubt it because
she will not use that phrase if she was.
Right. Okay.
Because
so
we're talking
this is all a big transition into what we're going to talk about today, which is crazy busy.
Crazy busy.
Yes.
But the title
is
Crazy Busy is not a badge of honor.
Yes. So if you use that term, crazy busy, stop doing it.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're referring to a podcast we did with Elisa back. Gosh, I don't know, season 2.
Probably.
Podcast number 70. If you go to smead.com/podcast, scroll down to number 70.
Yep.
We have a discussion with Lisa. Lisa is a professional organizer out of Davis, California, up there near the wine country.
Oh yeah, she's a big wine girl.
Wine connoisseur. Yes.
Yeah. She is.
And anyway, so she has some great tips on that. We're going to actually play a little clip from that podcast today just to kind of give you a taste, like a wine tasting, give you a podcast tasting of what we had to talk about. And she has some great points here about like a different way to look at a calendar, especially if you're one who feels like you're super busy. So let's get into that right now with Lisa Montanaro.
What I try to tell people to do is to look at their calendar with a fresh eye, because we get really caught up in this concept of booking. And we start, not saying no to anything, because part of that is, like you said, wanting to look important, wanting to feel important, wanting to give off the impression that we're very important. And I have a lot of respect for people that will say, actually I can't make that meeting because it's a priority for me to be at my son's soccer game. Like me personally, I have a lot of respect for those people. And those are the types of people that I want to look up to as a model of success. Not the person that, gives up their health, their sleep, and their family in order to achieve that success. So I think part of this is figuring out what is your success model.
Right. Well, and I think, if you look at somebody who says, oh, I'm crazy busy, and you come back to them and say, well, what are you going to do about it? And, I'm just too busy to deal with it. Then they're probably not that very productive, very productive people. So, well, let's try to shift the mindset. Well, so first of all, let's talk about the right kinds of words to say. It's interesting, my wife seems to be involved in a lot of things, and she won't say I'm crazy busy, but it's like everything's an A priority. And okay, well then, which of the A priorities are you going to get rid of, right? I mean, so what are some things from just a word standpoint, if you are a very busy person and maybe someone's trying to have coffee with you and you really can't get together with them, what would you say to them?
I think it's a great question. So let's say you do want to have coffee with them first and foremost, because if you don't want to have coffee with them, then you may use some different language. But let's say you want to have coffee with them, but right now it's not a good week. So you could say something like, my schedule is full this week, but how about next week? So we call that the counter offer. Okay. And I'm amazed how many people don't use it. So, it's a law term because, my background is I'm a lawyer, and, people don't use it enough. And I think if we just counter offer, like someone calls you up and they say, hey, Lisa, do you have a minute? And you're like, actually, I don't have a minute right now, but how about after 3 p.m.? So it's so simple, and yet we don't use this counter offer technique enough.
Okay,
cool. That was good.
That was good. So that's podcast number 70. I like it how she says, look at your calendar with fresh eyes.
Yep. And I like how she says don't be so negative about your busyness.
Yes. Yeah,
turn it into something positive. And I don't know if this was in this particular clip or just the full episode, but stop one-upping each other on how busy you are.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Because it kind of it sounds...
You think you're busy. You should see how busy I am.
I was up for 5 days straight doing this. And it's like, no, you're not really. Anyone who's that busy
is probably not very inefficient. Needs all of our podcasts on productivity and time management. So. And that's why we did that one. So anyway, you can find that at smead.com/podcast. Scroll down to number 70. Now, for those of you watching live on April 30th, which is today,
that's right.
We have 1 day left in our Viewables 25% off at myOrganized.life. So if you go to the Viewables collection, you can get 25% off using the code AdminDay.
Yeah, that's what we promoted.
AdminDay. Yeah, last
week we were promoting that,
but we gave them through today. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't done it yet, here's your chance.
And maybe we should clarify what the myOrganized.life actually is. I think some people are confused. The Smead.com versus myOrganized.life.
Yes.
I kind of got that feeling when I was at the NAPO show.
Okay.
A lot of people don't really understand what that is yet. So
Smead.com is our main site. Think of it as all the products that Smead makes, and the legacy, Organized.life blog on there. We've got hundreds and hundreds of articles. It's kind of the main company site.
Right.
However, about a year ago, we started, because before we wouldn't sell directly to the public.
Right. Nope.
So you'd have to go to and you still can. You can go to an office supply store, office supply dealer. We totally want you to do that. But if for some reason you can't find one, or you just want to order something quick online, that's why we did myOrganized.life.
Right.
And also, most of those office supply dealers kind of deal with small and medium size and larger businesses. But if you're a real estate agent or one person show working out of your house, we want to give you the access to the products too. So that's where myOrganized.life is just the store.
The storefront. Yep.
The storefront for Smead, and particularly for those who can't get it through the other avenues.
And there's not a .com after that.
No.
There was some fusion.
.life. I know.
.life.
But it's a good name.
It is.
It wasn't available .com. Someone else has. In fact, I think if you go to myOrganizedlife.com, it's kind of weird, but
it's a little tricky. But yes, so we can buy our stuff from us directly at myOrganized.life.
Yes, and use the code AdminDay for 25% off the Viewables products.
Right.
That's the 3D tab that you use for hanging folders. You can also use the labels on regular folders. You can even use the oversized labels on bins and things like that.
Yeah.
So check that out. Viewables.com. It's a free online label creator, so all you need is the labels that you can get from us at 25% off through today, April 30th.
Right. Okay. So
what do we got coming up this week? Because it's May already. Do you realize that?
Tomorrow is May 1st, May Day.
May Day. May Day. What's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow, you might be saying May Day. I just thought of this. As you're drowning and overwhelmed in photos.
Oh.
So, tomorrow.
We're talking about photo organizing? Awesome.
With our friend, can you remember who?
Isn't it Darla? Is that, or Deb?
No.
We've done a couple.
We have. This one particular was Deb Cabral.
Yeah, well, I just said Deb Cabral.
You said Darla. Well, maybe it was Darla.
Well,
I can't, because one of them did an article and one of them did a podcast.
I think actually they both did podcasts.
Okay.
Anyway,
it was one of the people.
We'll get it figured out by tomorrow. Okay, I guarantee you.
But it's organizing your photos, digital and printed. So
good.
It's full of information.
Good. So that's good. And then Wednesday is our podcast. Will be part 2 of organizing everyday and common items with Shauna Turner. Did you see her on?
I did not. No, I didn't see
her.
her.
Where were you on a Friday? I mean,
some
there's
people,
a lot of people.
There's a ton of people.
It's really busy.
There was
especially when they come to the table and all of a sudden they flock, right?
Yeah, I think there was over 400 people that came to the show. So
yeah.
Could possibly see
speaking
everybody.
of Deb Cabral, if you go to our Friday show, the thumbnail that we use to promote it, you can see it on YouTube or on Facebook, has her and Darla together.
Both people that
the photo people. But they were just so nice together. They got a really nice picture. I thought,
they're all close buddies. It's really cool to see.
And then Amy Tokas does the photo bomb while Julie Bestry is like talking. Julie's being really serious and Amy's back there. Hi, everybody. It's great. We love it.
It was fun.
So check that out. It's on Facebook and on YouTube. You can find those replays of this show, or you can just watch it live here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m.
That's right.
Thursday we have some solutions, I bet.
Yes,
You'll have to be working on that, I'm sure, won't you?
I already have an idea.
Okay, good. And Friday, we'll get back to our regular blogger roundup, which we didn't do. Last Friday was organizer roundup.
Yes.
You know, because we
had everyone in one spot.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's another wrap for another month. April 30th. It's still really hard for me to believe we're already into.
We've been doing the show for 3 months now.
3 months now. Wow.
They haven't canceled us yet.
No, they haven't.
The network is still keeping us going.
I don't know. I guess Facebook has some new rules. Hopefully, we're legal for that. And we'll see, you know.
Hope so.
I'm sure we will. This is a family-oriented show.
I think so.
Right? Because we talk about our families all the time. And
exactly.
People are going, what? I thought it was about organizing. Well, it's about organizing your family. We actually have a podcast on that, too.
We do.
Okay.
We have a podcast on everything.
We do. So we will see you tomorrow here, 2 p.m. Central Time, Facebook Live on myOrganized.life live.